What Gunplay just revealed about what he did to make it in music might change the way you see the industry forever. While he was once signed to Rick Ross, he now claims that what he had to do to get there wasn't worth it. According to statements he made in a recent interview, he participated in dark practices to help further his career. Not only did he say it was the only way in, but that he believes it works and that this practice is all too real in the industry. Today we're going to analyze Gunplay's most important comments to see exactly what they're telling us about how the industry really works. At one point, Gunplay had a bright future in music, with many songs that were popular in Florida and a close affiliation with Rick Ross. He was living the celebrity lifestyle many only dreamed of. But as we have come to expect, his time in the spotlight eventually came to a brutal end. While some just fall off and disappear, there are some instances of stars coming crashing down as the world watches. That is what many might say happened to Gunplay, whose downfall played out publicly for the world to see. From countless legal controversies to his eventual fallout with Rick Ross, it appeared Gunplay had hit rock bottom. But that is where he claims he found God, coming to the realization that what he was doing up to that point needed to stop before it was too late. Because of this, he is now deciding to speak up about his experiences in the industry. What he suggested seemed to put everything about the business into perspective for me. According to Gunplay, he got involved in a spiritual practice called Santeria, which is a belief that closely mirrors voodoo and things like that.
Nah, man, my second album, Atheist, my mixtape, my EP with PJK called Math the Magic. You know what I'm saying? On some deep Mason shit, you know. I'm whoop-de-whooping out here, man, for real.
Hold on,
Hold up, man. Hold up, I am too.
You heard that? When they say they a God-fearing man, you see, these artists believe in a different God. There's many gods. There's only one Yahuwah, the only Most High. But when they talking about God, they not talking about him. You heard him just say it. I do too. But he was doing voodoo. And listen, I actually met Gunplay 2 times. And we got him on this podcast, run this podcast that he did, where he's exposing all of this. My business partner and we actually set him up with these interviews. But I'm going to get into that further. I'll probably put a picture on the screen too, because people be thinking I'm just a YouTuber, like people be capping or something. I ain't got no reason to do it.
I'm playing the motherfucking building. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? But I already know where this is going. Y'all might not. Just listen up closely. It's dark. It's evil. This the industry, though, and he's exposing it. I've been exposing it. A couple other people. Gunplay is one of them now, since he turned from that side. He did what he did, and now he's coming back from it. He's trying to.
I'm just on some other shit, man. My mind's too advanced for myself and others.
It's called Atheist.
Or Mathemagic. Yeah, I don't know. The gods, Shango, Ifa, they're going to tell me. Right here.
What's that?
What you mean that's what? Voodoo. I do voodoo.
You heard him. And let me be clear. These not the interviews. These are old. These not the ones we got him on. We talking about when he started exposing what he had to do to get where he was at, how he fell off and found his religion, whatever. He's in the transitional period to getting out of that world and coming into the light. He's trying to anyway. But you heard him say it, what he had to do, and this is how he beat his case.
It is derived from the word Voodoo, which means spirit.
Okay.
Which is Santeria, which is deeper than...
From like Haiti, Africa.
Haiti, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
The whole slave route.
Right.
I'm not going to go here right now. I can't do that.
I mean, I'm on that a little bit. Just a little bit. Just slightly.
Keep reading.
Slightly.
He said he believes this is what helped him achieve all his success, going into detail on how exactly he thinks it benefited him in this interview. The first thing he said was that he left Santeria after 13 years to become a Christian. Then, the interviewer asked him if he felt that he has sold his soul. Listen closely to what Gunplay said.
You gave your life to God. You went from Santeria to Jesus.
Yeah, I did.
Do you feel like you sold your soul at one point?
I thought about maybe I did because I was getting what I wanted. I would make offerings and I was getting everything I wanted. I got the bitch, the cars, the condos, the TV shows, the this, the that, everything was popping. I beat an armed robbery charge on camera.
He said that he felt he did, admitting that he believes he was being rewarded with success for his participation in certain offerings to deities tied to that system. One thing that caught my attention was when he brought up beating a case for a crime he committed on camera. he didn't attribute his win to a good lawyer. Instead, he suggested it was because of an offering he made to secure the legal victory.
And I beat an armed robbery charge on camera.
So you go to him like, look, I need to beat this case.
Yeah.
Go, all right, go get a chicken.
I had to go.
This
get
what you
a
gotta
turtle.
do.
I had to get a turtle. They did the tongue, and then they wrapped it in some stuff and did some stuff, and it was like, it's done.
And I say, look, what's up with this Santeria thing, man?
We ain't gonna get into all that.
What's up with
People's
that?
gonna get scared.
Nah,
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
I cut chickens and goats if you really want to know. That's how I
Santeria,
do
make some noise for being voodoo.
This instantly reminded me of a scene from the movie The Devil's Advocate.
See how Noriega tried to shut him down real quick. That's the same thing Charlamagne be doing when they start talking about it. They don't want to get into it. They know what go on, but they play delusional, or they deny it, or they make a joke about it. Same thing the news do when somebody go on the news and they start talking logically. They got to try to throw people off or make it seem like the person talking crazy.
A lawyer, played by Keanu Reeves, defends a man who uses voodoo to beat a case for a crime he was also caught doing on camera. In the film, the man uses some sort of animal tongue to perform the spell. Now listen to what Gunplay said again.
So you go to him like, look, I need to beat this case.
Yeah.
Go, all right, go get a chicken.
I had to go.
This
get
what you
a
gotta
turtle.
do.
I had to get a turtle. They did the tongue, and then they wrapped it in some stuff and did some stuff, and it was like, it's done.
He basically described exactly what the guy did in the movie. Now, something else that I found interesting is that Gunplay claimed there was a high priest who was pretty much in charge of what was offered. The way he described the process is that when Gunplay wanted something done, he would ask the high priest, who would then tell him what was needed for his demands to be heard.
When you say sacrifices, like what? Like chickens or like
Chickens, anything. They tell you. They tell you whatever you need done. They'll tell you a specific animal to get for it.
who tells you?
Your babalao.
Would it be like a voodoo priest?
Yeah.
That was so interesting. And what many got from it is that they were essentially gatekeepers who could be getting these artists into things like this. At one point, the interviewer asked them how this offering system worked. Gunplay suggested that the bigger the offering, the bigger the reward.
Is it true that the bigger sacrifices you make, the bigger blessings you'll get?
Of course.
It's really like that?
Of course. So why not?
Because I mean, like,
why not
look,
whack a human.
And people try to deny that. They really be sacrificing family members, loved ones, friends, people close to them. They have to do that. And then they have to renew their sacrifices in the industry. That's why you see a lot of people around certain artists always passing away. Or I'm going to tell you this. They either have to sacrifice somebody or they have to do something homo. These are the two things that level you up in that industry. Some of them didn't sacrifice nobody. If you didn't see nobody die around them, that means they let one of the gatekeepers penetrate them. They give them AIDS, I'm be real, and then they make them famous. This is really how it works. This might be the first time you heard it, but this is how it works. And you see how they said they got to go to their high priest. They want to be Mashiach. They want to be Yahusha, our high priest. See, Hasatan, the devil, he can only emulate the creator. He can't create. He can only try to recreate what was already created, what was already done. They got to make animal sacrifice to try to get ahead in this world. What will it profit a man to lose his soul but gain the world? The artists do it all day. They gain the world, lose their soul. They're miserable, depressed, on drugs. Gunplay had battle and addiction. That's what come with it. They're not happy for real. They got everything they want, but they ain't happy.
It's true. People sacrifice people. If you know, you know.
Everyone knows exactly what he was implying by that. Now, while many people don't believe in any of this spiritual stuff, he really does seem to. Not only does he feel like it helped his career, but he thinks it did the same for others.
real? Like,
Yeah,
if like,
it's as real as this table is, my brother.
is Ifa the same as Santeria?
Yes, sir. It's all the same.
Real? Like,
Yeah, it's very real, man.
But while he's claiming it worked, he also wants people to know that there is still a price for getting involved with this stuff. He states that when he stopped making offerings, the success not only ended, but he believes they took back everything they helped him achieve and destroyed what was left of him. He attributes his downfall to that very thing, implying that his descent was a result of no longer fulfilling the demands of those deities.
Yeah, it's called breaking the oath. They take that oath. You see when they do this, and I hate to have to do it, but I'm just showing y'all. When they do this, that's the code of conduct, meaning they gonna keep it a secret. When you speak out against it or about it, you're breaking the code. They gonna take back everything they gave you. They're gonna make it seem like you're crazy. They're gonna lock you up, or they're gonna kill you. Or they're gonna lock you up, then kill you. They tried it with Tory Lanez. They locked him up, then they tried to kill him in jail.
They don't know. They don't know. At the end of the day, you have to pay. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. At the end of the day, you have to pay.
Do you think you've had to pay?
I paid that. I watched it. I was at a point where I was betrayed by everything and everybody, and I felt like I was serving two gods. One is a transactional relationship.
This was possibly the most revealing thing he said in the entire interview. Essentially, he is saying that once you form a partnership with these spirits, you have to keep them happy or they will destroy you. According to Gunplay, only God himself was able to help him get out of that mess.
I think if I didn't make the change that I did in my belief system, I think that would have been the end of me. But, you know, my God is always in charge. So he was just watching everything go down.
I think this is a very important message that everyone in a similar position should always remember. God can get you out of anything you got yourself into. Eventually, Gunplay was asked if he felt the industry was demonic, and his reply was very revealing.
You think the entertainment industry is demonic?
Yeah, of course. Everything you hear is, you know, the more you get closer to God, the more everything is highlighted.
You start watching it and be like,
it just pops out at you. You know what I mean? You can listen to the music and like, oh God, what the
it's true, like certain songs make you feel certain emotions.
There's a certain group of people that
programming.
Exactly.
Everything is programming.
Not only did he say he believed it was, but he pointed at lyrics in people's music as proof. I honestly wonder what he was referring to by this. Is he saying that artists are putting this belief into the music? That is crucial information that explains a lot. I say that.
Yeah, they do. They put it in the music. They do. They go into these rooms and they curse the records. That's the best way I could say it. To paint a picture to y'all, they do rituals over the records before they release them.
Because I found a lot of rappers who seemingly mention Santeria in their song lyrics. A good example of this is Jay-Z, who has several songs with lyrics seemingly about the same
See that? You see that? When you see them doing that too, that's letting you know they sold to the devil. When they cover one eye, that's Freemasonic imagery. You know, he throw the pyramid up too, talking about the rock, all of that. 666, when they throw that up. I mean, it's so many different things. They got their own handshake, which is the Freemasonic handshake. You see the pyramids right there, all around them.
He was featured in Jay Electronica's song, The Neverending Story, where he rapped, "I'm a miracle born with imperial features. I'm a page turner, a sage burner, Santeria, Chango, December Baby, Saint Hove." Story takes place in ancient Egypt. He again mentioned something similar on Drake's Pound Cake, rapping, "International Hove, my Saints Chango light a candle, El Gran Santo on the mantle. Case ya don't know, I speak Spanish too." Jay-Z isn't the only one who raps about this stuff either. The rapper Skrilla also has lyrics that mentions this belief. Not only has he talked about it in his songs, but he even did an interview where he said things that sounded very similar to what Gunplay said in his interview.
Religion. What religion exactly do you represent?
I'm a Santo. I do Palo. I'm a Santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like all that sacrifice and goats and all that. That's not just for like that's real life.
You sacrificed a goat.
You seen that, bro? That's real life, bro.
Really?
I sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like I do for certain though. Like I'm not allowed to explain it how you want me to explain it. I think how you want me to explain it, but yeah.
Well, I can do my.
He's not allowed to write that code of conduct. He took that code of conduct. Hush, can't tell nobody. And they all take it in the industry. You can only get to a certain level and have a certain influence before they come and proposition you. And you either accept the deal or they end your career or your life. Or they'll blackball you. They'll blackball you completely. That artist may fall off or get into some type of legal troubles, like I said before, end up in jail, or just go completely broke. But most times it's the worst way. You go out the worst way.
Search. That's interesting.
It ain't even gonna. You're not even gonna find it like
hard
that.
To Google.
You could Google it, but it ain't gonna explain. It's like it's. You could try to do this research though, and let me know what you find out though, bro.
Like you could put bad spirits on people too. Like you could put a person's name and like their birthday inside the. You could put them inside the Agun pot, and like you basically sending Agun like metal, like they could get shot, stabbed, something could happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would kill them. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's different ways you could do things. But like you can actually put somebody's name in your shoe and keep it or in the bottom of your sock or in your shoe, like bad happened to them. Like
This is Elegua, the path opener. This is the person who you come talk to when everything is going down and you feel like you're stuck between a room where there's no way out. You know, you speak to Elegua, you do things with Elegua. That's a goon.
That right there's a goon.
This one is Ochosi. He's the hunter of the religion. That one is Chango, the Lord of Thunder, Lightning. This is Ochun, Odudua.
Idolatry, they got all them idols. Thinking they getting power from them. When you hear them folks talking about my Orishas and talking about Egypt, they subscribe to Egyptology, they far away from them. That's the whole spiritual movement, the New Age movement. It's all BS. Y'all don't have more power than the Most High. They got to do all of these things instead of just actually submitting to the Most High's will. That's all you got to do. You don't got to do all of this. Seek ye first the kingdom and all things will be added unto you. You just got to seek the kingdom, follow his will, let his will be done, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But that's too hard for them. They rather take that route right there.
Further our understanding, how much does these figures mean to you guys?
Well, to me, they mean the world. They mean everything to me.
You just get it and you gotta actually take care of everything and do the stuff that you're supposed to do. Yeah, before I signed my deal, that's what I asked for. And we was sitting in here before I even did it, the day before I did it, 2 days before I did it, and then I made my decision of what I asked for, and then I got what I asked for.
So you really feel like you were blessed by higher powers to be signed and all that?
I know, for sure. Facts.
I did a full video on Skrilla in the 6-7 craze. If you haven't seen it, watch it after this video. I wonder if this is exactly what Gunplay was referring to. In another part of the interview, he seems to imply that getting involved in this stuff is mandatory to make it at a certain level in the industry. He said that he experienced this with his own eyes, stating that if you're not at a certain level with those practices, you're not allowed around certain groups.
You think that like to make it to a certain level, like in the industry, you have to do certain things?
Yeah, I believe it's real. I seen what was going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't hang around certain people until you're at a certain caliber. You know what I mean?
Why? Because they be worried that if you see what they doing, you might expose them. They got to know that you're with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think about what he said there. He states some of these people only work with you if you're high enough in those specific practices. What does that sound like to you? Almost like a group or something, right? Hearing people like Gunplay reveal things like this makes all the rumors about the industry feel so accurate. Gunplay was actually in the spotlight around many big artists, and this is the experience he claims he had. What do you think about this? Do you believe Gunplay? And do you feel that these practices play a role in the success of some artists? Or is he just another artist that fell off and is now making things up out of spite? In my opinion, what he said does make sense, especially because so many others have made similar claims. His point about these themes repeatedly showing up in lyrics makes it hard to ignore. What he said reminded me of a film I recently talked about called Angel Heart. In that movie, an artist sells his soul for fame and success, but when he tries to outsmart the devil, it tracks him down and makes him pay the price. So if you want to know what Angel Heart tells us about fame, watch this video right now. And if you want...
Yeah, he gonna come and collect. Hasatan gonna come and collect. I believe him, and I know this is a fact. I've been talking about this since I was young, getting into the industry as a kid. And once I found it out, I fled from it. I was presented with this information. And now that I'm hearing others speak on it, it's just me knowing I made the right decision by not partaking and being in that, you know what I mean? But y'all can just say he fell off or whatever, but he's making a resurgence through me and my boy Alanza's management. He said the run we got him on right now, he hasn't had those opportunities since he was with Def Jam, right? And now he's independent, so the money is all going to him. He can really benefit. He can speak freely. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video, man. If y'all want to see more like this, let me know.